Were you always like this as a child?
I was very uneasy, always wanting to explore, learn new things, build things.
I think it's addictive. It's addictive to build shit.
How you're going to select your first customers is really like an art.
Yeah.
You can build something new and go focus on their own customers and you can better. But if you're smart enough, this can be a make it or break it moment for your company.
Balabook started from a very toxic trait that we have. We always think that we can do shit better. And we always think that when there is a problem, we should build something.
This is the recipe for success, Martin. There is a much easier way to do it. If you're a founder, just go out there. Don't think about acquisitions and things like that.
Yeah.
After so many years, I'm not even sure if an exit is the really successful part.
Did you make enough money with the exit to retire? Hello. Welcome to another episode of Made in Cyprus, big business story from a tiny island, or like you very well rebranded as Mitsiela Rotsi. But before we go into the conversation, I have a little request to ask you, a little announcement, little favor. There are thousands of you following. I'm looking at the metrics. The episodes are going really, really well. You love this shit. You're texting me, email me. You really like the podcast. Very few of you are actually following or on YouTube, or they added a 5-star on Spotify. If you like this show, if you believe into our mission and purpose to rebrand Cyprus beyond hospitality, halloumi, passport scandal, and all that stuff, and give voice to the people shaping the future of Cyprus, rebranding Cyprus, please spend 30 seconds of your life to support us, because unfortunately, to run a show like this, it's expensive, and the only way we can keep running is for you to keep supporting us with a simple like, simple comment, or share it to your yaya, tell a friend, do something. I don't know. Help us. Now, what are we talking about today is a very important guest, someone that was part of one of the most successful stories in terms of entrepreneurship and startup in Cyprus. And Michael Economou, welcome to the show.
Hello, Martin. Thank you so much for the invitation.
Pleasure, buddy. Thanks for coming. Let's start from here.
Oh, this one.
After. I love when I'm going to my office to change my T-shirt, and then I come back. The guest brought us gifts.
Fantastic.
Tell me the story about this.
So it is the first time that I'm showing this to the public, and this is traditionally handmade tsipuro. Okay,
Tsipuro?
We call it tsipuro in Greece and Cyprus. But you know something, Martin? I thought of gifting this to you because this specific one, it's the version that we call grappa.
Oh.
So this is grappa, my friend. It's very, very close to what they have in Italy.
Yeah.
You should taste it. So what is happening, the story of this is that when I came in Cyprus in 2012, I really missed producing this thing with my grandfather, with my grandpa. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you.
So this is something I was doing with my grandpa back in Greece, at the village that I'm coming from. And
it is like grappa, but a good one.
Exactly.
Very
exactly.
Nice.
So immediately when I came here, I started finding myself, buying grapes and doing all the traditional distillation process. So I brought the traditional recipe from my hometown, from my grandpa, and I'm producing today grappa, tsipuro, with or without anise, as we call it, in Cyprus. So this is only for friends and family. This is not a product that I'm selling or something like that, but it's something we really enjoy consuming and drinking. And, to all the good and the bad stuff that we experienced over the last years in our company, on our teams and so on, this is an essential part of the story. There were bad times and we were saying, okay, let's have a shot. And there were very good times. And we were saying, okay, let's have a shot right now. So, I thought of bringing some to you.
Amazing.
And I hope you enjoyed.
It's very, very nice. And I don't know how much you know about my background, but obviously you know that I'm from Italy, but I actually grew up in Veneto. I grew up in Venice, right? So the region of Italy famous for grappes, distillates, amaros. They're famous for prosecco, wine. Apparently, there is a case study, there is a research study that demonstrates that the Veneto region by itself drinks more than all Italy together. So
Nice.
good time or bad times, always shots and a glass
Exactly.
of wine. And one of the things that I miss in Cyprus, and now I don't want to shit on Cyprus drinking culture, alla to Zivania de Nine Grappa.
Nope.
It's not the same flavor. There are some very good aged Zivanias, which are nice, barik. Allah is not the same thing. So I do miss that grappa taste and you can taste it. Yeah, you can shot you can taste it.
For me, it is one of the things that I'm doing in my life that, despite I'm not doing this professionally, I still put love in this.
Yeah.
I still pay attention to details, and I'm trying to do things that are great.
Yeah.
I always do that. So it is the same with this kind of Cipro, this kind of grappa. There is a lot of attention to it, very, very qualitatively produced, with attention, balance, things like that. Even if it is for only 30 or 50 people across the year.
Thank you for that. So, Michael, tell me the story with Foody. Obviously, it was one of the. Is it the most successful startup in Cyprus? Would you say that?
I think it is one of the most successful, if not the most successful. I mean, I'm not keeping a notebook counting successful stories in Cyprus, but I mean, definitely we built something that people use even today, and it is considered one of the good stuff that was built here.
How did you guys came up with the idea? Like, was it something that you always wanted to do as a child, build a startup, build a business, do an exit and move on? Or how did it happen?
That's a good question. I mean, I never imagined myself as being an Exyde founder or something like that. And I'm not sure if the exit part should be the success part on all the story. So, but I always imagined myself as an entrepreneur, as a founder, as a business person, okay? And this is apparent to me right now. I mean, I live and breathe every day like a founder. So the story about what we've built over the last year goes a lot of years back. From 2012, when with Argiru, my former co-founder, we started another project in Cyprus. It was called At Your Service. At Your Service was a marketplace for local services like plumbers, electricians, marketeers, DJs, things like that.
There is Any Master now, I think, right?
Exactly.
From Diana, that also was on the show.
It is Any Master and other
I think
products.
in the UK there is TaskRabbit.
Exactly.
Or there are a few like that. Yeah.
So when we started At Your Service, it was a hype back then. A platform like that. It was Thumbtack. It was TaskRabbit back then. And I would say that this was a very, very successful product for us, okay? We very, very quickly managed to get a lot of traction. People were using it. We were successful in what we were doing. So it was a very nice project, a very complicated and difficult project. So At Your Service
And that was 2012, yeah?
Exactly. 2012. 10 times more difficult project to run than Foody, for example. So we learned a lot of things, and we had to make ourselves and our team really, really exceed ourselves to make such a project be successful.
What was the hardest?
A story that not so many people know was that basically the reason that we stopped At Your Service a few years later, it was exactly because Foody. It was basically cannibalized by Foody. The Foody was going so well that we just need to pay more attention to it. So we slowly let At Your Service fade as a project. So the story was that we launched At Your Service. It was a very successful product. We didn't have any kind of funding. It was bootstrapped. So we needed to build our revenue organically and our sustainability. And this is when we realized that At Your Service was a project that, it had limitations. in terms of market size, in terms of growth size. And we felt already that we were a fantastic team back then, a world-class team, I would say. And we started considering other projects. So we built on the know-how that we had, and we were imagining to be launching additional projects like a venture studio or something like that. And this is how Foody came. And then the reality was that Foody became so scaled and successful that we focused exclusively on that.
But why food delivery then?
Food delivery was
Like
one of the projects that we explored back then. So at
you
your
guys
service,
sit down and said, okay, guys, let's build something.
yeah,
Evaluated ideas.
Yeah, this is something like that. Brainstorming ideas. And everything we built, you will see that we were the customers and the users ourselves in the first place. With At Your Service and other projects as well, and with Foody, we were building products that we were going to use as well. We knew what the pains were like customers, and we were building things that would make our lives as well easier. So the idea, I would say, doesn't really matter. What really matters, I would say, is the process of going there. We thought what could be valuable, what could we build out in the market. We evaluated and tested our ideas very, very fast. Something that we did not do with At Your Service, we did correctly with Foody. So this is how we started building traction, momentum, velocity, I would say, and we built something that it is very, very successful even today, back then. And that was our vision in the first place when we started working with Argyris and George Hazivarnava, our other partner. Our company was called Ideas to Life. And our vision back then was to build projects that would bring value to people's lives. This is what we were doing back then. And I think this is what we still do with my current new ventures. In a sense, it is a continuation of that vision.
Did you make enough money with the Exyde to retire?
That was a good deal that happened. I wouldn't like to go into more details about it.
I don't want numbers. I was just want to say, like, could you not be working today?
I think I could stop working. Your question depends. On what kind of lifestyle you want to maintain and things like that. It is a possibility, but it is something that I never thought of.
Why?
Think about it, Martin. I was 31 when we got acquired. Okay. And I even stayed with the company for 4 more years. For people that don't know, I don't have any kind of relationship right now with Foody or Delivery Hero. It's been like 2 or 3 years now.
None of you three?
George is still at the company. Okay. Me and Argyris, we don't have any kind of relationship. And George is working on the international organization, not on the Cyprus entity.
Is it Hungry House? No, how's it called?
So many brands. The group is called Delivery Hero.
Delivery Hero,
yeah,
sorry.
Exactly. But what I was saying is that I was 31 back then. I even stayed with the company for 4 more years. So I completely left after I'd done as well CEO for 2 years. I was 35 when I left. Was it a possibility for me to say or even imagine that I was going to retire at 35? I was so hungry to do things. I was so hungry to build things. And for me personally, in the first place, all these things, it was something like a game, So if you see it like a game, it was fun. No. We were having fun as well. No. Lots of fun.
Where do you think this fun approach to entrepreneurship and this hunger of doing and building comes from? Did someone inspire you in your family or
no, I really don't know.
Were you always like this as a child as well?
Yes, I was very restless. I was very uneasy. I was always wanting to explore new things. learn new things, build things, okay? So that was as a kid, obviously, but I don't know how, I really don't know how you do become a founder or entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I didn't have any kind of founders or entrepreneurs in my family. I mean, my parents were working in banks, for example. All my family was completely different things. I mean, I really don't know. It just was like that for me, at least.
And did how was the day after that you woke up after you exited from Foody? How did you feel in that? Did anything change, or you just went to work?
I just went to work. As simple as that. You don't realize that. I mean, you don't realize that at this moment. Definitely, there is a part that, some things are changing. First of all, there is a financial aspect that some things in your life are changing.
Left worries on some things, yeah.
Exactly. And this is important, I would say. There are things that you consider in a different way after such an incident, okay? You have less worries, you focus a bit more on some other things. You have other challenges, of course, and things like that. But things in this way can change. And there is the budge as well. This is the reality. I mean, we can build successful business. We can do fantastic things. I mean, if such an organization is coming here and is trusting such a company and a team to acquire the organization, it is also a good indication that all those daily decisions that you took every day, multiple times per day, have led to a good outcome. So this is also something that you can keep as a badge, together with the other failures you have, together with the other good things that you have, and it's a good point to move on and do the next things. But I never imagined retiring. I keep thinking I was hungry, I was foolish, I was crazy to go on and build new things and have fun with the next things. The other day, after acquisition, we just have gone to work. And after that, again, everything happened very, very fast because exactly after the acquisition, COVID happened. Competition happened. Other verticals in the market happened. You don't have even half a day to stop and think about it. Okay? You just move on.
Nah. You guys exited at the right time. Because did you guys leave before we got absolutely flooded with delivery services during COVID?
Exactly.
Good job, guys. Good timing, huh? Because I guess it must have become exponentially harder.
I don't know. Could be exponentially easier, but it doesn't really matter.
No.
It doesn't really matter. You cannot time things like that.
No.
It was
because you guys never planned to exit, right? It just happened.
No. So when I entered the building, it is the first time that I meet the company as well, Factory 39, and some other startups that you're building here. We can mention names if you will. I mean, I'm talking about Balabu.
Yeah.
So before coming here, I was talking with your co-founder,
Zenonas.
and we did have a really interesting conversation that was really spot on. And we were discussing about how are you growing, how are you fundraising, what is the overall vision and things like that. And, Zenonas has mentioned to me like, Michael, we are not really considering something like an exit or something like that. We want to build something that it is solid, that it is healthy, that adds value to the people. And he was talking to me about this like something shameful. And I'm getting back to Zenonas and I'm telling you, dude, this is exactly what we did with all our previous projects. We never aimed for being acquired by someone else. Always our focus was to build something great, to build something solid and healthy, that it is really valuable for our customers, that we really enjoy doing what we're doing. I would say that opposite to other companies that were built to being acquired, and most of them have failed, at least the ones I know, and in the country as well, we did not do that. So just go, if you're a founder, just go out there. Don't think about acquisitions and things like that.
Yeah.
And right now, as we speak, and after so many years and building on other projects as well, I mean, I'm not even sure if an exit is the really successful part. I mean,
interesting.
why didn't we try expanding to other markets, for example? Why didn't we try to acquire other players, for example? How are you defining how big you are at a specific moment? Could we be bigger? Could we dream bigger from Cyprus?
It's a fascinating conversation, and I think, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I do think about exits, but I'm also in line with what you say. You know, then you exit, and then it's like, okay, so now, like, is that a success? Is that the end line? Is that where things are? But you're absolutely right. Like why we started Factory 39, because we love solving problems and we love helping people, right? I think that why we are successful with Balabook and Factory 39 is because we're empathetic, right? I think we like to solve problems, we like to help people, and we only take the projects of people that believe in us and we believe into them, so we can make something. Like, because I always tell my clients, like, you know, your baby is my baby. You know, we're gonna be building a family together, and I love the brands that I'm building, and Balabook is the same. And Balabook started from a very toxic trait that we have, which is we always think that we can do shit better. And we always think that we can, that when there is a problem, we should build something.
This is the recipe for success, Martin.
No.
We were always thinking about things like, I mean, okay, we're seeing things and we're saying, there is a much easier way to do it.
So stop.
Exactly.
No. And every time that we find a problem and said, oh, we should build something. Like, every time me and Zironas constantly were saying we should build something. And there was not a really good AI-driven, smart, simple-to-use accounting app. So that one time that we said, fuck it, let's build it, we built it because Erchume strategy, Erchume UI, Erchume UX, Erchume frontend, Erchume backend. So fuck it, let's do it. And we did it, and it's going really well. And I think it's addictive. It's addictive to build shit. And, you know, I think as an entrepreneur that has two businesses and my personal brand, I also consider my personal brand and the podcast a business. So let's say I'm doing 4 things in one. I cannot imagine.
Where are the limits?
But also I'll tell you what scares me shit is going back and being an employee. I don't think I can go back and just doing 9 to 5. You know, checking in, checking out, going home. I need that high level of uncertainty, the adrenaline. You know, today's a good day, tomorrow is a shit day, the after tomorrow is a good day. I have this problem, that problem. Like, it's an up and down roller coaster. Allah, it's poly addictive.
This thing you have or you don't have.
No.
It is binary, I would say. I mean, and it is a very, very important topic. Because, you know, post-exit, I also considered being an employee. I tried a couple of things. Nothing really worked. I mean, it didn't really work. I was not close to myself. I cannot be an employee, okay? Not because it is the 9 to 5 or something like that. I need to be able to act fast, to make decisions, and take risks.
Yeah.
How much risks can you take as an employee? Yeah. I mean, of course, there must be companies,
there are some good companies
out there, like 2 or 3%, that could support a lot of founders as key executives or team members or things like that. But I mean, there are cases. As a hindsight, we were always trying to hire X founders or wannabe founders. That's a different thing. Okay? A successful entrepreneur is someone that is able to hire people like that.
No, no. I agree. The same. I like former founders, and I like people that did a career change. People that maybe we have a really good designer here, Anastasia. She studied history and art, and then she self-taught herself into design, branding, and graphic identity, and she's amazing. And then when you're able to combine these two worlds, I always go and see if someone did a career change. I have a huge respect for them because they understood that they went into something and that's not what they want to do. And the other thing that they found probably is something that they love much more than the other thing because they took that risk, of like 5, 6, 7 years of study. And then, okay, I'm starting from zero again. I always have a huge respect for that people. And I think it's similar to the entrepreneurs as well. There is a risk and there is a passion, there is a love. And Michael, I want to go back to that thing that you said, the badge of co-founder of Foody and exiting. How much... let me be frank. Is it annoying? After a while, after all these years, and said, "Hey, I'm Michael from Foody. Michael, the co-founder."
Okay. Yes, it is annoying. It is the short answer. I'm not waking up every single day and think, okay, what happened and what not. I wake up every day. I'm building my new company right now. It's called Exyde.
Yeah.
So have so many things to do every day that require my immediate attention and my focus. So this is not something I think every day. It is something of the past. People should know about founders as well that we are forward-looking persons most of the time. So it's not me that I'm thinking the past. It is something that's happened in my life. Let's put it like that. It is a good bad. It is a good bad. And of course, with many good stories and many difficult stories as well. But I'm building my new company right now.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Exyde.
Yeah.
So,
when did it start? What you guys are doing?
It's around 1.5 years right now. Exyde is a booking platform for activities and experiences in the Mediterranean. We're focusing on the Mediterranean, and we're also building very cool tools for our partners, the activity experience providers like boat trips, safari excursions, and things like that. So we're building as well technology right now for them. Mostly agentic, if I would like to add on that topic. So, we really enjoy what we're doing there. We're at the stage, we're very early stage right now, but as we speak, we are already working with our first paying customers, and we're looking into expanding this clientele and then reach our product as well with new features, solve new problems, and so on.
How did you get into this idea then?
Oh, that's a very good question. Everyone is asking me, what is the problem that you are solving? Okay, let me tell you.
Mr. Foody,
I don't know.
Tell me what is the problem that you're solving.
I always laugh on this question. Investors are asking it. Business people are asking. Okay, literally, I'm not trying to solve any problem. I have not identified a single problem, and I'm trying to solve this.
Interesting.
Okay? Exyde is coming from passion. Okay? And let me explain about it. After Foody, of course, at some point, I stepped down from my role. I took my time to rest, relax, travel, enjoy the world out there, watch the birds singing, observe the trees. These are things that I was not so mindful for the last year. So I took my time.
Yeah.
And then I found myself exploring the coastal areas of Protaras and Amochostos.
Such a hard life.
And then wandering inside Akamas. So one of the first things that I've done when I stopped working for Delivery Hero was I bought an old car. It is a Toyota RAV4 of 2001 specifically. So you can imagine it like a very flexible off-road car, not hardcore car.
No.
So I bought this car, an old, cheap car, and I found myself wandering inside Akamas for hours, alone. And first of all, I really liked that kind of disconnection. But I was always a person that I was very good in the part of building the business and the tech part, but I always liked disconnecting. So you will find me for some hours, not using my phone, not using my laptop, things like that, and doing something with my wife, with my kids, alone. So I was wandering inside Akamas, and I noticed how much beauty we have to connect with, how much opportunity we have to connect with nature. This is something we forget nowadays. And then there was another observation, because it was not summertime. It was November, December, February, March.
Best season for exploring Cyprus.
And the next thing that I noticed, being in Paphos, touristic area, and in Prodaras, was the amount of people and tourists that were already there. So that was a very nice observation on my end, because I realized, okay, touristic things are not like 2 or 3 months every summertime like I was imagining. So I realized there is a very good market and people that are coming here, and they want to do things like safaris, like boat trips, like snorkeling, things like that, tasting experiences, off season. So I immediately thought there must be a better way to do this. And what I thought was, let's build a marketplace and put all those activities there. So I started going there to talk to the experience providers, boat trip operators, safaris, jet skis, water sports, things like that. And we start building relationship, okay? And I immediately started putting their content on a platform. I was very lucky enough, because I had the opportunity. I've gone to Dakis. Dakis is my technical co-founder at Exyde. We were working for 10 years together with Dakis, including At Your Service, including Foody. And then I've gone to Dakis, and I told him, hey man, I've thought of this idea. What do you think? Are you on board? And of course, it was a shitty pitch from me, but he was like, yeah, dude, let's do this. So I'm very lucky that in my new venture, I have a very, very good team with me, especially Dakis, my co-founder, and he's there to support me and tolerate me on all the good and the bad stuff. So we started building on it. And then I realized, shit, what we're going to do is very, very difficult. How the F are we going to compete with huge players like Get Your Guide or TripAdvisor that are already mature in this industry at the global scale?
Airbnb is also doing experiences, right?
Exactly. But nonetheless, we keep pushing. We kept pushing, and we try to think way to pivot and things like that. And I never thought of quitting. So many times I thought of pivoting, I thought of changing a lot of different things, changing strategy, maybe not scaling fast, or maybe downgrading parts of our business, parts of what we're doing, but never thought of quitting this completely. And then what it is really important is that if you persist on the relationship with the customers, you cannot be wrong. So even if it was difficult to launch a marketplace and bring traction and people to book things from you and get commission on sales and things like that, but I was keep talking to our vendors, to our partners, and this is how I just started realizing pains that they have. Okay? So every time I'm speaking to them, I identify new pains.
Yeah, it's smart.
That are willing to pay for and solve and save time. So right now, apart from the marketplace, which is very interesting, we try to launch our marketing as well and do giveaways and things like that, and allow for more people to book from our platform. But it is really exciting for me that we're in so close touch with our partners every day, and we'll build new tools for them to solve their problems and make their life easier. So I would say that most probably Exyde is transforming into an AI suite. It's like the next generation operating system for the experience economy providers. We already built some AI agents for them, like assistants they have on their pocket,
Yeah.
which make their life much
It's smart.
easier.
You're digitalizing, and then which them, especially in Cyprus, it's a very traditional market. Hey, Michael, you have a marketplace fetish, then,
I think so, yeah.
because at your service, marketplace, Foody, marketplace, Exyde, marketplace.
Yeah.
Did you realize? Did you realize? Is that conscious? Did you realize? Did you realize that, or
Yes. Listen, marketplaces, I would say that are the most difficult
Ναι.
concepts to build
Ναι,
because
φίλε,
it's
you're building two brands, huh?
Exactly.
You're building two brands, two value propositions, two missions, two communication, two marketing, two target. Like it's like demand and supply, and each one of them, it's different.
it can get even harder. I mean, imagine, for example, an online delivery platform like Foody or so. I mean, it's three brands because it is the customers, it's the restaurant, and it's the couriers as well. Exactly. I live that as well. A three-way marketplace.
It's a threesome.
Exactly.
It's a very complicated threesome.
I did that as well, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, marketplaces are very difficult to launch. It's like building two different companies. So you have to look in different directions. But we were lucky enough, I would say, that we have built At Your Service in the first place.
Yeah.
At Your Service was like, I wouldn't say a school. It was like a university for us and our team.
Yeah.
It was a very demanding and difficult place and difficult project, but we managed to get very, very fast, very critical know-how about how to build such a project in a market like Cyprus, for example, how to scale it. And then with Food, it was very, very easy. After At Your Service, like very, very easy.
Ναι, πάει στην very traditional Peliganos as έρχομαι technological solution for you to make your life. He's like, τι θέλεις, φίλε? δεν θέλω technology σου.
I'm going to share an insight right now about building Exyde right now. And the angle of marketplace at a touristic environment seems like extremely easy for me right now. I mean, people are so easy to collaborate. They're so well-minded, business-oriented, well-grounded. So it's like I'm living a dream right now with our partners.
I'll tell you what they are. They are very customer service oriented.
Exactly.
And I think that's why you like it, because you are very customer service oriented, because you are also an empath, right? You're trying to, even with Foody, you're trying to help traditional Vlagirikos, right? Improve their businesses and digitalize them. You're trying to help people that want to have good food and fast food delivered, and you're also trying to help the courier, right? So everyone in the ecosystem of a food delivery app enjoys it. And I think from the tourism industry is by definition customer service, right? By definition, people are coming on holiday with expectation. They want to have a good time. And,
exactly.
And if tiny bit goes wrong, you're fucked. They become Godzillas.
But listen, they are also very extrovert partners.
And they are.
Very extrovert.
They are.
They're traveling. They get insights and they get ideas from other markets. Okay. I really feel that to our partners and what we're building right now. And listen, Martin, because you mentioned something about Factory 39 previously and how you empathize with your customers and how you become a farmer, I think that an advice that future founders or current founders won't get that often is that your first customers, how you're going to select your first customers is really like an art.
Yeah.
And it is very, very important. You can build something new and go focus on their own customers and you can burn. But if you're smart enough to select the right early adopters,
the believers.
Exactly. This can be a make it or break it moment for your company.
I agree. And to build up on that, there is another thing that founders I see many times and locally as well, and we can get into that. They fell out of love with current existing customers. Right? So yes, get early adopters, early believers that they will support your expansion. They become your long-lasting customer. But then don't go into the addiction and sugar rush of following new customers, new deal, and then you forget your existing customers. Sometimes we are so focused into getting new business and new customer that we forget that actually a big part of our business and a big part of also of the future business is actually nurturing existing customers. You get into that, and I think Cyprus generally, and I wanna see your point of view in that. Δεν είμαστε πολύ καλά στην customer service compared to Northern Europe, for example, compared to Italy or
Absolutely
compared to Spain.
not. Absolutely not.
Γιατί?
We don't know how to scale. I mean, in my opinion, you described 100% the biggest problem that I won't talk about founders or startups, I mean, or tech projects. Let's put this aside. But I mean, this is the biggest problem we have in Cyprus right now. These are people, technicians, small businesses, freelancers.
Brick and mortar, yeah.
That they get job, they are successful in what they're doing, and they get, they're doing good job, and they get more job, and then they keep getting more job, and they're compromising on quality and deliverables, and they cannot scale, and then the whole service is going wrong.
Yeah.
This is the traditional problem of whole Cyprus.
So what's the missing piece then? Is it education? Is it infrastructure?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, I'm not here to solve the problems of or most of the problems of the country. I mean, I don't know. Is that a good answer? I don't know. I mean, there are parts and there are industries that I'm interested into, and I have also invested in specific parts and businesses that are exclusively focused to transformate traditional businesses into customer service oriented business, brick and mortar businesses, for example. I don't know.
It's an interesting mindset, and you know what? I think you added a very interesting ingredient into this, because like the viewers and the listener knows that I like to be very critic, especially when it comes to customer service. But because I'm a brand builder, right? Because the reality with building a brand is that we do not own it. The brand is not ours, is of our customers make it, right? Whatever you tell about me, about my personal brand, about my company brand, about Balabook, that is the brand, right? You make it or break it. I can tell you I'm the smartest, most handsome person in the world. It means nothing if you do not tell me the same back, right? That is the fundamental of brand building. We build products, we own the office, we own the ecosystem, whatever we're building, but who makes and breaks the brand is always the customer. And I think it goes back into this, right? Building, scaling, and then perhaps not having that business acumen of realizing, hey, I should protect the brand that I've built, that perception that I build while I'm scaling, right? And then it's just once one bad experience happens, you just start to falling down, and it becomes really bad. But yeah, specifically in Cyprus, I think we still have a lot to learn into how to treat a customer properly and how to create that relationship, you know. And it's a shame, because it's a country full of amazing people.
Martin, listen, I mean, I'm not a marketing guy, and I have no clue about branding, okay? I'm trying to learn. But there are two different elements in what we discussed. The one is the brand, and the other one is the customer service. So let's start from the first one. How many good brands you know in Cyprus that are small scale? Like, think about it.
I know a few, yeah.
I disagree with you. I don't know them.
You don't know anyone?
I don't know them. I mean, usually we see people doing very good work,
Define
and they
small
have not
scale,
invested.
Define small scale, like one-man shop. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
No.
1 to 2 to 3 man shop. I mean, a coffee shop of 5 or 7 employees. I mean, is it that small? Is it big? This is a different discussion. How big is the brand? Probably the most successful brands are the chain brands right now. We're talking about coffee shops right now. Obviously, because as well they have invested more on their brand. Okay, but and a few exemptions with boutique, specialty coffee, things like that. But if you take it about the majority of small businesses in Cyprus, these are personal businesses.
Yeah.
Personal. It is Martin, it is Michael, okay? And when we're talking about that kind of scale, the second element that you mentioned about customer service is crucial.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, such business owners have to compromise on growth and sales in order to not compromise their product quality, their service quality. And then they have to be open-minded to find ways to scale their operations, their business, use new accounting softwares, use new... Exactly. Use new task management systems, use new AI agents, and so on and so on. But this is critical. Those people have to invest first, have to hire people.
I agree.
People are afraid of hiring other people.
I agree. No.
I mean, you have to risk.
No.
Otherwise, you're going to have dissatisfied customers. And if you have dissatisfied customers, it's a problem.
No. Tell me about the challenges, the pro and the cons of building a marketplace in the tourism industry in the Mediterranean from Cyprus. So help me understand, how does it work?
Okay, so as I told you, we're building two things right now. We're building a marketplace where customers or companies can go and search for activities and experiences to spend good time and try new things, do unique experiences, authentic experiences like safari excursions, boat trips, some very good wine tastings or pairings, for example. A product I really like, for example, right now in Cyprus, an exclusive product of us, is Taste of Akamas. It is a restaurant in Lachi region, exactly at Akamas. You go there and you taste only food from Akamas, like local fish, local ingredients, and then they pair it. The chef is coming there, he spends time on your table, and he explains the food, and he's pairing with local wines from the region.
Nice.
So that is something different. We curate it. Why we do this? Because we love this thing.
So that is a unique experience that you can only book.
Exactly.
Exyde.
You can find it only to us. Okay, and of course this is a part of what we're doing. Okay, we aim this way to give to the people different options to what they're doing on their everyday life. Apart from Netflix, apart from food ordering, apart from going to a bar or just go eat at the restaurant, they can go at the restaurant at some point and taste something different. Okay. It is the new experience economy. This is one business line of what we're doing. And then the second one is the partners that we have there. We are building tools for them. Okay? So we started from Cyprus, the marketplace, and then we are going to next countries in the Mediterranean. I wouldn't say very, very fast, but steadily. Like, for example, I plan in the next 5 or 6 months to do my next trips at Italy and Spain. And then land there our first experiences, our first partners, and so on. We also launched a podcast. It is not live yet, but we are also launched. I did it myself. I've gone to talk with our partner at Akamas, with the boats, at the restaurant, inside with the safari and things like that. So listen, I'm not expecting to build something really big in terms of marketplace and compete, get your guide or TripAdvisor in Italy and Spain. But what I aim for is give something different to the people.
It's more curated,
exactly.
More niche, more unique.
Exactly.
It's unique experiences.
Exactly.
And I see what you're doing, Phile. I see what you're doing. You build a company that allows you to travel and go and try cool shit. Smart. Because this person doesn't want to stay in the office. This person wants to go and travel and try and find new experience and create new experiences. I think Very, very, very interesting as a concept.
I told you, I mean, Exyde is a passion.
Nah.
For me, it's a passion. I don't see it like that. I mean, I would prefer just traveling, but I mean, I see huge opportunity. I want to share that kind of passion with other people. I want to go to a good winery at Italy or Spain and have a personal relationship with the owner, speak with the owner, spend time with the owner, and then find a way to give that to more people. So for me, it doesn't really matter if it is 200, 300, 500 activities at a specific area. It really matters for me to have 3 or 5 selected, curated options for someone to go there and have an amazing experience.
Are you guys out now? Is the platform working? Or
Yeah, of
like
course, you
people
can book. Of course.
I'm gonna go and check it out.
Of
You know,
course.
this experience economy. I think I find it really interesting, and I'll tell you why I find it really interesting. I think we live in an extremely consuming society. We buy so much shit that we don't even value it anymore, right? Like we just buy this, buy that, and they break and they buy new things. You know, there is almost like diminishing value and emotion into ownership in a way, you know, like we own shit and we don't even care about stuff anymore. But experiences, I think those are the things that you will remember. Those are the things that you will talk with your family. Those are the things that you will look back at the photo and say, do you remember that day that we had that amazing dinner? You know, I always remember like last year we went to this modern art museum with my girlfriend, and there was this exhibition. It was an amazing exhibition with lights, you know, and I remember like me and her, like we spent about like 15 minutes in this room with lights and colors, like almost like, you know, just staring at gaze, and we got outside and we both each other looked at ourselves like, how fucking amazing was this, right? It was just 15 minutes of complete awe, you know, just looking at the things, and I think these are the things that you will not forget. And I think these are the things, as technology evolves, as things becomes easier and prices go down and we own more things, we will more and more increasingly want to build these memories, you know, want to build these experiences. And that is also the approach that I have on traveling, right? If I don't have money and I don't have money to spend and buy and go experience things, I'm not gonna go.
Yeah, that's a very interesting perspective.
And I think it's really, really smart what you guys are doing, and I already have a few ideas that I wanna go and check out what you guys currently have, because there is a lot that can be done.
But listen, something. I mean, most of the people have correlated that what we're doing is about traveling. It is not only about traveling.
It's not about
it's about also being at your own city and doing something different. Because look,
experience.
I really worked at an era that it was we've grown delivery business all over the country, especially over COVID. Okay, during COVID. I mean, and I really felt after that people want to get out.
Yeah.
Exyde's mission was to get people out of their couch, do things. And you're absolutely correct. You know this better than me. You're a marketing guy, of course, that people stopped spending money on material things. And this is not the way they showcase their wealth as well right now.
True.
Okay? So for us, what we're building with curated experiences, I would say that we are aiming at a different way of living a good life, first of all. And if we think creatively as well, I have a lot of ideas. I'm not sure if I can share it. Okay, let me share a few of them. But in terms of corporate and business as well, there are huge opportunities.
I was thinking about that. You know what? I was thinking about our Christmas party, our summer party. You know, what I want to do with the guys is go and do shit, something different. You know,
how many restaurants? How many bars?
How many paintballs can you go and do?
How many happy hours and pizza? These are very good things. But, you know, especially at an era that people are always on their mobile phones, on social media and so on, they really miss the time to really connect with other people. So when you go at a bar, for example, and do a cocktail making workshop with your colleagues, for example, this is hilarious.
No.
The ability to do a sushi making workshop for families with your kids in your city
Yeah.
This is invaluable experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do lots of corporate. Like last year we did chocolate making here in the office. It was amazing.
Exactly.
It was amazing.
And then
The
I'm
chocolate
also
was
thinking
shit, but it was good.
it's not only about team building. If you think about it, nowadays, you know it again much better than me, but business have really high problem of finding right sales and marketing channels. Everything is so saturated now. You cannot run ads on Facebook, LinkedIn. It is just so noisy.
Yeah.
Email marketing is not working. So, I mean, have you imagined proposing to a customer, let's go for a safari excursion at Akamas?
With the traditional channels, you mean?
No, just through Exyde.
No.
You want to approach a customer. Martin, let's go for a safari excursion at Akamas.
Oh, as a meeting, as a professional meeting. Yeah.
As a professional meeting.
No, like there are many ways that you can position Exyde in terms of brand. Like one of the things that you said is get out of the couch, and one of the first things that came into my mind is the Nike positioning. Just do it, just go and experience something. New. For example, Airbnb, all their repositioning that they've done a couple of years ago, then go and sleep at someone's, like used to be like almost like couch surfing, right? Go and sleep at someone for cheaper. That is no more their point. Their point is belong somewhere, So they did a all beautiful campaign with marketing activation and everything, and I think it's brilliant, right? So because when you go and stay with at an hotel, it's not the same and going at someone else's place in the city, and then you can experience the thing that the patron is going like, and you belong in that. There is also an experience, and yeah, there are many interesting ways you can put it. I think it's fascinating, and those are the memories, and worth spending money on those experiences. That's the reality.
Exactly, and I mean, if we also try to find ways to make it more affordable as well for the people, even better. It doesn't mean that something needs to be expensive to be good. I mean, we also want to put some kind of features on our app, like listing there some kind of free experiences, like do this kind of walk at this path for 10 minutes at sunset time. It will be free.
Yeah.
But it is going to be meaningful.
It's important because it tells me about a brand that is built on purpose, right? The purpose is to get people out there and have them do new things. So it's beyond making money. Smart.
Yeah. Something we also want to do right now is our team is working with AI, of course, but we're using agentic approach to gather events and happenings that are outside of our platform, outside of our scope, like village festivals, Christmas festivals, things like that. You don't need to book, you don't need to pay, but we want to list them on our platform. So we give this opportunity to people to discover new ideas of things to do.
I have a few people that I want to introduce you on that. There is a really good girl that does that as a passion, and she's amazing. I will send it to her that might be interested. Michael, before I let you go, finish these sentences with a few words or less.
Oh.
Okay. A great founder is...
A great founder is someone that has resilience. It is hard for him to quit. A great founder is someone that is true to himself.
Bravo.
You need to be genuine and authentic. Other ways, do something different. Yeah.
A great exit is...
the buds of thousands of small decisions that at some point seem to be leading to a specific good outcome.
Wow, hey, you're so good at this. We should have done the whole podcast like this. The Cyprus ecosystem is... I think entrepreneurial ecosystem probably is.
I don't know. I'm not the one to answer this question.
You watch your own stuff.
Yeah, it's not... I don't want to diminish the ecosystem or the country. I really love the country. I really love living here with my family. Yeah. I really love building here. I think together with my team, Argyris, George, Takis now, we are one of the few persons that we are actually building things for the country. Okay? We're so focused on our mission, on our passion. It is not our job to judge what other people are doing. I mean, I'm not a politician. I'm not an expert.
Amen. Personal branding is?
I don't know. You tell me.
Fundamental. Success after success is?
Success after success. It's like playing a game. I told you. I mean, for me, startups and building things and scaling them and interacting with other founders and entrepreneurs, I really enjoy that thing. So it's like a game. If you like the game, you keep playing the game.
Nah.
But sometimes you try different things, you try different games, but it feels like a game for me.
You know what, Michael, like meeting you and spending time with you, you strike me like a person that couldn't be anything else than an entrepreneur. Like, I think you are you're just true to yourself. You like building shit, doing new stuff, and that's who you are. Exit or not exit, I think you will be still building stuff. Even if Foody will have not gone as it gone, I think you will be still building something. Mm-hmm. Would you say it's correct?
Yeah, I can't stop thinking myself of building stuff. I mean, I don't think that I'm always going to have this kind of resilience and persistence to keep pushing, building stuff in the sense of a business. At some point, you also need to relax and take rest. But I mean,
and do grappas and cipuros.
But this is still building stuff,
still
right?
Building stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm also like that. Like I just like I need to build stuff. Like if I'm not doing things, I'm either on the bicycle, right, which I'm literally unable to do stuff. But if I'm work, I do stuff. If I'm home, I'm do stuff. You know, if it's not work, it's hobbies. If it's not hobbies, it's helping someone. You know, it's like you say, you either have it or not have it. You know.
We're going to keep this discussion for another podcast episode. But I mean, have you ever imagined if this is the right approach or not?
This is I cannot. This is how I am. My brain goes 10,000 miles an hour. You know, I always have ideas, always have stuff, and if I don't create things, I cannot sleep. There is no other way. That is the reality. You know, I have really good friends. I have parents of really good friends of mine. They went into pension after 40 years of doing a job they absolutely fucking hate. For 40 years, every morning, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, doing something that they absolutely fucking hate. I would die. Mm-hmm. You know, I am not able to have that type of resilience. I am able to have a resilience of building something that I don't know if it will be successful or not. Having one good day and 3 bad days and then another good day, that I can do. But doing something I don't like, I don't enjoy, it's impossible.
Yeah, we're the same on that, and I completely agree.
Michael, thank you very much for your time. Where can people find you, connect with you if they want to learn more about your journey?
Well, I would have to advertise our new venture, of course. It is goexyde.com.
Yeah.
And I would say that I'm very, very happy to connect with people on LinkedIn, and something that I really enjoy doing. I have my calendar link. Every founder or professional that asks to connect with me, I send him my link. We can have a coffee, we can have a call. I really like doing that, speaking with people. That's a bit very limited edition. You are one of the very few people that.
Thank you. I'm honored.
This is for very close friends, so you just came to the circle of very close friends, right?
Thank you, mate. I'm gonna have to repay you for that. I will do it. Thank you very much. Ask a friend how he's doing. Connect with someone you haven't spoken in a long time. Also, please help us in our efforts of rebranding Cyprus beyond the usual topics. Like, subscribe, tell someone, and I'll see you next time.
Can I add something
to the?
I mean, guys, it is really, really crazy if you don't subscribe to the channel here. So what I can do on my end to support this, everyone that is going to subscribe to the channel for X amount of days that Martin is going to say right now, we are going to give a very nice experience at Akamas. We're going to call it Taste of Akamas. It is going to be fully sponsored by us. two people are going to go there with the owner and chef of the restaurant, and they're going to experience this kind of experience through us. But this is going to be only for people that are going to subscribe to this channel from... Okay, you're going to figure out the logistics.
Thank you for making my life more complicated for that. But also, this was not planned. This was an unsponsored sponsorship
Exactly.
happening right in the time. And this is how Michael it is. Thank you very much for that. Yes, so do subscribe, because two of you will have a unique experience in Akamas thanks to Exyde.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Thank you very much.